What's up, everybody? Jonathan back here again, and this time we are playing Crossroads. I haven't had much time to play this game since we last recorded a video, but I'm just trying to finish up this field. I guess this is a cultivator. Not familiar on my farming implements, but anyway, I'm going to plant this field in grass, so I'm just trying to get it prepared. And I don't know that it's absolutely necessary that we do this, but just for fun we will. And so I'll probably just hire a worker to finish this on out, because there is some one thing I need to talk to you about, and we'll get the worker started right over here. In fact, I'll just go ahead and get this GPS thing turned off. I believe we can hire a worker to do all this for us. Oops, that's course play. Yep, there it is, hire worker. So we'll hit H. And well, it's not seeming to be working. Maybe if I back out of the field. Well, it doesn't seem to want to do it. Oh well. So we'll just get right to what I was going to talk about. So I'm going to switch over here just for a minute. Okay, so this is my Patreon page. Patreon, however you say it. I've created a Patreon page, and you know, if you'd like to, you can become a Patreon or patron or whatever it's called. And what I'm going to do with this is, you know, obviously it takes a little bit of money to do some of this stuff. You know, there's audio and video recording, and then there's all the processing, the software to do that. And then the stuff that I do in game, you know, I've got dual joysticks, one of them's broken, you know, and I just don't have unlimited funds to be able to buy some of these things. In fact, I hadn't even made $1 off of these videos yet, and I've been doing it for about a year on YouTube, so hadn't even seen $1 yet of this, and I've just been spending some of my money to buy the games and the hardware to play the games and the software to record all that stuff, you know, microphones and stands and monitors and all kind of stuff. So it does add up pretty quickly. So what I'm doing here is, what I'm asking for is $5 a month. That's it. You know, if you want to, you don't have to. Obviously, I'll continue to put the videos out just as they are. But what I'm going to do with this is, you know, when I reach a certain point of Patreons and start getting some income from that, what I'll do is upgrade equipment so I can provide a better gameplay, more smoother. Like for instance, with the tracked machines that require the dual joysticks, I have to switch over to a gamepad to be able to move the tractor around. So I'd like to get a foot pedal so I can move around a little easier, and you know, other things like different games or DLC download content to add to the game experience. Possibly a new joystick to replace the one that I've got that's broken. Just any kind of things like that. And so I've got a goal here set up as the to the first giveaway. So as I start gaining patrons, sorry, I had to see what my cat's getting into. Get out of there. Okay, so I've got a first goal set up to the first giveaway, and when this goal reaches 100%, I'll do some sort of a first giveaway, and that could be anything of copies of Farming Simulator, a download content DLC code for the Big Bud stuff that came out. I don't know, just anything. I could do controllers, joysticks, clothing, even if there's any kind of Farming Simulator or any kind of other gaming type stuff. Let's see, we could even do Xbox One or PlayStation 4 copies of Farming Simulators, anything like that. You know, anything related to what we're doing here on the channel. It could even be something like a gift card to Amazon, or gift card to, anywhere, Best Buy, whatever. We'll figure some stuff out, and I'll be doing some kind of random giveaways, and depending on how many patrons I get, it could be some really nice prizes, or it could be just some smaller things. But anyway, I want to do something. Maybe we'll shoot for, I'll set up some goals, like maybe when I get, I don't know, 25 or 20 or 25 or patrons, then we'll do a giveaway, and then maybe when I hit 50 or something, we'll do another one, or just randomly, if I happen to get some small stuff, that we can give away, we'll do that. But anyway, this is going to help support me in the gaming channel, that we provide all this, the farming simulator. I do have American Truck Simulator. I've got Forza Motorsports that I play. Haven't played much of that lately, because that's on the Xbox, and it's not too hard to record, but it's not specifically easy either, I guess, because I got to go back and do the voiceover. I don't have a microphone for my controller for the Xbox. But anyway, it's little things like that we'll do, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. I don't expect much, and you don't have to, but sure would appreciate it if you did. It helps support me. All right, so let's get back to some gameplay here on Crossroads. Oops, guess it helps to put it down. And we won't do this for too long. We'll get this last row set up and done, and then I'll try to figure out something else for getting the rest of that finished up. So with this field, like I said, I'm going to plant it in grass, and then we'll harvest all that, create a bunch of silage, and then get a bunch of income from that. When we start getting a bunch more income, we'll start buying some of these fields. Right now, I don't think I can afford these things. Maybe some of the smaller ones I can, but for sure not this one. This field right here is probably, well, say we already own it, but some of these other bigger fields that we'll be needing to buy to plant trees, they're in the millions of dollars, and right now we've only got just over 1 million, so obviously can't buy those just yet, but we'll get some income and get them purchased eventually. I'd like to try to plant all of the fields that are here in pine trees, and we'll do some plantation style forestry. Now some of these areas that are just grass, we'll probably leave that as grass, and then we'll harvest those and take them to the biogas facility. Alright, well, let's get busy with something else here. One thing I can do, though, is, and this is still not forestry stuff, but I did purchase somewhere, where'd it go? There it is. I did purchase this ginormous John Deere tractor, this 9620R. It's a monster tractor. Because I also bought this big seeder. This thing is huge, and I played with this on let's see, what map was that? I don't remember now. This thing's kind of loud too. Switch to the inside view, it's a little better. And I need to go this way. Yeah, and then I'll have to get some seed for this thing. I'll do that sometime between videos. But this thing is huge. Yeah, something like that, and then I'll have to get it all lined up good, but we'll work on that later. Anyway, okay, let's get busy with some forestry here. Alright, we got a few trees over here that we had already cut down, just a few. And we don't even have enough for any kind of load right now. But let's see if we can't get a few more trees cut down and get it up and processed. Well, we're off to a fantastic start, aren't we? I still have not figured out what is causing. Look right here. Well, there it goes. I'm trying to move both joysticks to the left, and something is still not right in my joystick key settings. I may end up having to completely abandon this version of FDRs because I can't figure out what. I mean, I haven't spent much time on it either, but I have not figured out how to correct that, and I think I've got everything set as I had it before. So I may have to end up going with the new FDR logging equipment. He's got it set up to where it all operates off of the game controls. Like, for instance, if you're running a fellow buncher like I am right now, used to you had to use joy to key because the way he had it set up to operate. But now he's got it set up to where it operates like if you're using the Ponzi Scorpion, the in-game little feller buncher thing there, with the you know, the track, well, not track, but it's got wheels or tracks on it, but you know what I'm talking about, the little Ponzi Scorpion. He's got the controls set up now to where they all operate off of the in-game settings, so you don't have to use joy to key, and I may end up having to go to that because I just don't know if I have time to try to figure out what's going on with this joy to key stuff. And it'd be nice to be able to use the in-game controls. It might run a little smoother actually. So yeah, see, there it goes again, and right there, I don't know what is going on. I may end up having to just delete this profile and joy to key and then redo all of that. Just start from scratch. I can't see what in the world I'm doing over here. That's the problem with when you get one tree wacky, then everything else just kind of, I mean, you can't see what you're doing. Let's see if we can't get a few trees skidded up and get some of this out of the way, and then we'll come on, there we go. Then we'll see if we can't get things straightened out a little better with the feller buncher. Well, I did see today, if you're a fan of yarder logging, they have now figured out how to do a yarder. I think I saw that on Rambo 145's channel. He had a video up about it, and it looked really neat. You know, I haven't seen a video yet. I think it's coming up pretty soon. Or wait, no, that was FDR Logging had that up there. Yeah, they figured out a yarder. Alright, what is it going on here? There's some kind of setting in here that whenever you reverse and then stop, it doesn't let you immediately go into forward. I gotta change that. That's annoying. Alright, let's see if I can get this out of here. This one's the problem one. And apparently you have to be perfectly straight before it will allow you to back up or reverse. That's super annoying. Yeah, that didn't work. Alright, I gotta fix this. Be right back. Okay, well apparently that didn't fix it, because it's still doing it. That's strange. I don't remember that happening. I have to completely come to a stop and straight, and then I can back up. That's weird. See, I'm completely on the reverse right now, and it won't let me move anywhere. Now I can go. And now I can go. That's weird. I don't remember it doing that. Always something. And I still need to get me a powered USB hub so I can keep all my stuff connected at one time. That's something else that's annoying. I unplug my controller and then it screws up the joy to key settings. Let's see, yeah, it's this tree right here that's caused me problems, but I don't know if I can be able to cut it low enough. We'll see. Alright, let's see if we can get some of this clean. It's hard to even see. See if we can get this cleaned up. Well, that got a little crazy. Yep. Oh boy. Hard to process trees this way. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to reset that. I don't know if there's any way I can... We'll try. No, let's reset it. Well, well, well. Wasn't that fun? And now we get to go back and get it. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, okay, there we go. At least this truck's fast. I think this thing will do about 132 miles an hour. Oops, missed my turn. Well, and also, as you can see, we've got our stump grinder right here and our wood chipper right over there. I haven't got a tractor yet for those, so we'll get that too, because we will need that. We'll be able to chip up our wood tops and stuff. Alright, let's try this again. Make sure I know where I'm going this time. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes it's hard to know when that's going to happen. You know, I mean, I thought the tree was good, but you know, until we get everything kind of cleared out and it's still a bit tight here around the landing. So once we get everything cleared out, it'll be a little bit better. We'll be able to see what's going on and know if we're about to get into trouble or not with that sort of thing. Because I mean, unfortunately, the way the trees react in this game, it's almost like they're steel rods. If you just think of them as steel rods, you'll be all right. These things have no flex to them whatsoever. So if you're skidding and the top of the tree gets hung on another tree, it will just stop you in your tracks. The tree has no give to it to be able to. Oh boy, how are we gonna get around this? Yeah, the tree has no give to it to be able to flex to let you maneuver around trees, or if you even well, when you're loading them, for example, with the grapple loader, they have no give. So whenever you grab them with the grapple, they just they'll slip out because there is no give to them, no way to bite on them. I'm trying to go around all these trees so I don't disrupt them, because I'd hate to fling one somewhere and then have to go skid it back up again. So I'm trying to get around all this stuff. Alright, well, let's try this yet again. Maybe we'll have better luck this time. As I think about Farming Simulator 17 versus 15, it didn't appear that they really changed all that much with the forestry. I do love the straps that you can do on the log trucks and whatever now. That's a really cool addition. And I'd like to see them do some more stuff. I think there's still a lot that they can do. But again, as I've always said, I believe they're going to have to change up the game engine to do some of the stuff that I want them to do. Like, for instance, what'd be really neat is, they got the seasons mod now, and I've been talking about having seasons forever, but it needs to be something that's more realistic. And I know that, or maybe you could have different settings, but I know a lot of people, they don't have long attention spans these days. They want to see something and then move on to something else. But what would be really cool is if you could actually have realistic seasons. And what I'm talking about that is instead of it turning from uh, summer to winter in just a matter of 2 or 3 game days, which I'm not sure if that's actually the case in the seasons mod or not, but I'm just using it as an example. What if you had it to where it was actually uh, several weeks or months, like in real life? Because I'm always, this is farming simulator, so it should be a simulation of real life, not arcade, So why don't we have realistic length of seasons? That'd be pretty neat. And then let's see. The other thing that I think will be really neat is to actually have realistic ground terrain, like you can dig. That'd be cool. Like if you had an excavator and you wanted to like dig a hole right over here for some reason, or let's say that you were building a landing and you had a dozer and all this grass right here. It'd be kind of neat to be able to put the blade down and push that off, scrape it off to make a nice dirt pad right here. That'd be kind of neat. And then also, like say if it rains, like this path right here, this kind of dirt road, be kind of neat if that turned into mud and be kind of slick and hard to, like maybe not so far as you had to use a dozer or something to push your truck out, but just maybe if your tires slipped a little bit, like it still had traction. But because I think that'd be kind of tough if you're playing single player to have to, grab a tractor or dozer or something and push your truck out after a good rain. But I think that'd be pretty neat. Or maybe you could take your dozer and kind of scrape it off, and push some of the mud off. I don't know. But I still think that requires a different game engine. But anyway, that'd be kind of neat to see. Just little things like that, and to actually have the trees have some give to them. Like whenever you pick up one of these trees, it's like like I said before, it's like a steel rod. There's no wiggle to it. It'd be kind of neat to actually have the trees have some more realistic physics to it. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. And let me see if I can get some of these pieces out of here. We're about to have to wrap it up. I'm just about out of time for today. But we are going to get us a tractor. I'm going to hopefully get it over here. Let's see, we're at about 30 minutes in. Yeah, we're doing pretty good on time. Just trying to get some of this out of the way so I don't accidentally chop up my logs. Yeah, should be good. Okay. So let's go ahead and get us a tractor bought, and we don't need anything super big and fancy. It does need to have a front end attacher on it, which most of these do. I think before I've used like these, maybe it was the steer, but we'll go with a little bit bigger tractor this time. We got just a bit of money. Let's see. Well, we've already got one of these Vultras. Let's go with another one of those. That's pretty neat. I don't know if they'll let us do colors. Yeah, I guess you can change color. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to get away too far from what I've been using. So let's go with red. Why not? Let's see. We don't need that, but it does have the PTO on the front, so we gotta have that. Oh wait, we need a certain horsepower though, don't we, for that stump grinder? We may need to go with the bigger tractor. Let's see, that's 288 horsepower. I think that may be the one we've been using. And we'll go with that one to bump us up to the 313 horsepower. Narrow twin wheels or wide tires. Let's just go with the wide tires. Yeah, this part's always fun buying stuff. Okay, and then let's get our truck hooked back up so we can go get our tractor. And while I'm going to get my tractor for our stump grinder and our wood chipper, I do want to remind you, I would appreciate it if some of y'all would become patrons on my Patreon page, and by doing that, I'll give away some stuff every once in a while, and I'll provide some better game content. And I can tell you right now that probably, well, it may be a little while, but I've backed a new game on Kickstarter called Gold Rush. If any of you are fans of the TV show on Discovery Channel, I believe it's Discovery Channel, maybe it's History Channel, can't remember now, whatever. Gold Rush on TV, then you're probably familiar with it already. But somebody has been working on a game. I think they made the game called Big Machines or something like that. But anyway, I'll have a link to it below. It's a pretty cool looking game. If you've been watching YouTube lately, you've probably seen a lot of guys doing demo videos of it. They've put out a demo. I thought I was gonna be able to get the demo, but I guess they ran out of licenses or whatever for that particular demo. I didn't was not able to get that, so unfortunately can't play the demo. But just go on YouTube, any of those guys, Rambo145, Jeff Faviano. There's probably several others out there that have the game demo up and they're showing it. But basically, you start off with a pickup truck and you go get some stuff, and then you put a little gold. You start off with a pan of gold. You got a pan for the gold to start with, and then you can pick out the gold with tweezers. You drop your pan in some water, and then you kind of slosh it around, and then the gold nuggets appear. Then you pick those out with some tweezers or some little suction thing. Then as your gold adds up, I guess you can buy new equipment or whatever, but then later on you can hop in an excavator and actually dig in the ground, which would be pretty cool in this game. And then there's a front wheel loader that you can use later on to feed a bigger wash plant. But it's a pretty neat looking game. In fact, my my Kickstarter donation was only, I think it was like $15. Which in the description it said that I got a free digital demo of the game, but I haven't got it yet. But again, as I'm saying, they may have run out of, there may have only been 750 of those, I think. But anyway, I haven't got that yet. Probably won't. Unfold the pipe. Which one's unfold the pipe? There it is. I'm trying to do all this without having to use the little menu up there. That thing's annoying. Alright, there we go. Oh, and then the one last thing I haven't done, we'll have to get us a truck with a wood chip trailer. I don't think I've got one of those yet. Well, this tractor's a good bit bigger, I think, than the ones I've been using. Alright, well, I'm just going to park this guy back over here somewhere. Get that turned off and raised back up. Okay, well, that's going to do it for Crossroads this time. We've started getting us messy pile of logs started here. I'll have to see if I can't clean that up somehow. I'll take the grapple loader and kind of clean that up. But yeah, so next time we'll just continue on with you know, cutting down a few more of these trees. We'll have to get us some more revenue. We're blowing through it pretty quickly. I think we spent what, almost 400,000 in this video. But and then we'll have to get our tree planters, wherever they are, back over that way somewhere. But yeah, we're just gonna do some plantation forestry. Field 15 and 16 we're planting right now with trees, and then field 12 we own, and field 1. Field 1 actually is planted in wheat. It was already planted in wheat, and it's not quite ready for harvest yet. So I didn't want to, cultivate that, plow it up, whatever, replant it with something else until this is able to harvest, because I mean it's here, it's almost ready. So might as well just go ahead and cut the wheat and bale it and do all that stuff and sell it. So we'll do that at some point. I may end up having to get rid of this combine because I don't like it, because look, the pipe isn't long enough to even fill up a tractor unless I haven't figured something out quite right yet. But pipe in is just that, and then pipe out. There is no extend pipe. You can mess with that a little bit, but that raises and lowers and does what I'm not sure really what that does. Anyway, may end up getting rid of that and getting a bigger one. I've got another John Deere combine that's really nice, and it'll do the job. Okay, well, that's it for this time on Crossroads, and I'll see if I can't get this field plowed up and planted in grass, and then we'll have to see if we can't get us a different combine. Not that we're really going to use it all that much, although I may end up doing some wheat or something. I kind of like doing wheat. That's kind of fun, just cut it down, and you got the pipe over there. You can fill up a tractor. You can set it all up at course play, and it's kind of neat. Run a baler back behind it and pick up the straw and bale it. Go sell it, so get a little bit more money. But yeah, it's pretty neat. And then of course we'll cut down all the trees over here, and there's a good bit to cut over here. It's pretty good bit in this little patch, and then there's a whole nother patch over here that's just a mirror of this one over here. So all that over there, a bunch of trees in there, that'll be quite a bit of income. And then yeah, we'll just continue on from there. Okay, well, again, if you would like to become a Patreon member on my Patreon page, then please consider doing that and help provide some different content. And I hope to bring some different kind of gameplay eventually. We'll have probably some American Truck Simulator, and maybe let's see, Forza Motorsport 7 is coming out later this year, so I'll definitely be getting that. I've been a big fan of all the when I played PlayStation, I did Gran Turismo, and then when I got my Xbox, I switched over to Forza Motorsport, which is basically the same, kind of thing. Maybe some different tracks or something, but anyway. And then there's some other stuff, like I said, the Gold Rush game. I hope to play that when it comes out, and then maybe some other things too. We'll have to see. But yeah, I would definitely appreciate if you consider becoming a Patreon. So check me out. I have the link in the description below. So I'm gonna see if I can't get some of this straightened up, and then for next time we'll see if we can't get us a couple of loads of logs delivered, and have to get us a wood truck and wood chip trailer, or truck and wood chip trailer, and we'll see what we can do from there. So until next time, this is Jonathan on Crossroads. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.